Hi Libra, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for May 15th through June 14th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. This is intended to be a general reading in light of what's going on out there. It's not just about a romantic situation. This could be about just any situation you're dealing with. Typically, there's been two work ones, but so far these have all been romantic. Just saying. So there's that. Okay, all right. So if it is about a person, this may resonate with yours or theirs, moon, rising, or Venus sign also. Okay. All right, Libra, what is your harsh truth? Temperance, yay. That could be Sagittarius. Getting some water. A minute. Oh dear. Well, I didn't mean to spill the water. Okay. Pardon me. Okay. Got another phone over here. Certainly don't want to. Probably going to have to edit this out. We good? We're good. Okay. All right. My sleeve got a little wet. Okay. 6 of Cups. Empress, that could be Taurus. Wheel of Fortune. The Hermit, that could be Virgo. The Star card, also boobies. This could be Aquarius. And the 5 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, you're going through it. 4 major arcana here out of 7. So this is significant for you. This is not just a this is, I want to say it's an ongoing issue, but it yeah, this isn't just like passing stuff. This is, you've been dealing with something for a while now, and it looks like you're finally taking steps to move past it, but there's still not this letting go. Whoopsie. You're still attached. You're trying, and it's always a process, isn't it? So don't be impatient with that. Everybody does this. Everybody does it. We all grieve. We all process it differently in different ways, but it is a process. This is 6, whoopsie. This is 6 of Cups for Libra. The Hanged Man, that could be Pisces. This is Star card about for Libra. Knight of Wands. What's this? Empress. Okay, eye edge. Sorry, glasses. The thing about this is that I think it's more about not wanting to accept the finality of it unless there's just it's almost like unless you decide it's final. There's a reluctance. You don't want it to be final until you decide it's final. There's a reluctance to accept that it's over, or that you've made your decision. This feels like it's, well, is it romantic? What's this Empress about? 10 of Pentacles. What's this Hermit about? Libra. Ace of Pentacles. What's this Wheel of Fortune? Whoopsie. Doggone it. And it's shuffling too close and the cards flip. This is Wheel of Fortune. The Devil. That could be Capricorn. Okay. So this is both of you making strides to move past an issue. I can't tell if your person's wanting to repair or just move on. it feels like for you, you're just wanting to get back to restore balance and harmony in your life and let things go and transition out of this and come out whole, as we all do when we're going through something like this. And what's this Five of Cups? It's almost like this, it needed to happen, but this feels like someone still here's what it feels like. It feels like you're dealing with somebody that might be kind of abrupt and explosive. And so they kind of just make like a dramatic exit, but then you two kind of go like this. And I think you're more interested in staying away and having this be the last time, because it hurts too much. Let's be honest. It hurts too much. And I think they kind of have a flair for the dramatic, so they are going to be back. And round we go. And you've been here before with them. And I think for you, you're kind of over it. But I think for them, they are fine with the way things are until they aren't. So this is more of a permanent thing for you, where it's really giving you pause to take stock and just be like, you know what, I just need to keep one foot in front of the other. Whereas they've just made a dramatic exit, but they're going to be coming back around. It's this Five of Cups. This Five of Cups. Oopsie. This Five of Cups. Six of Swords. Okay. It's this Five of Cups. Six of Cups. Okay, so it was kind of like that. You're looking to move on, and you're like, okay. And yet there's part of you that feels kind of swept up when they start the wheel turning again. There's part of you that feels swept up and caught back in it. And this is you making a concerted effort to get yourself pretty grounded and insulated so that you aren't swept up and caught away. And you prefer solitude and silence right now, and just being able to really focus on taking care of yourself and just getting some distance from this. And I think, again, they're fine until they're not. And then that's when they start the ball rolling with you again. And it feels like for a long time you would kind of participate whenever they started things up, and you're not interested in doing that anymore, because it's like you want the cycle to end. I'm wiping the wiping the water up off the floor that I spilled. There's a squeak. Okay, that's getting annoying. Pardon me. All right. I reached over to put some chapstick on, and then I thought, well, maybe I should check and make sure there's not anything for. Okay, all right. Anyway, it feels like they are the one that kind of either initiates contact again or initiates a peripheral issue or something that is kind of a way to get you two talking again. It's that hook, you know, like you two aren't talking, but I know we're not talking, but I did want to talk to you about such and such. And it's usually like, oh, I did want to talk to you about the house burning down on Friday. And you're like, what? That sort of thing. So it just, you're taking baby steps, you're moving on, you're doing your thing. You just don't want to keep doing this anymore. And it's going to be a process, and you're going to keep putting one foot in front of the other and doing your thing. You'll have help if you want. And you're just looking to move on and move forward. And I think your person is looking for the same until they aren't. And then they start the wheel turning again. This time it's different because you're really giving a lot of thought to staying gone and staying away. Whereas before you always would return. For the Libras that I'm reading for. That was just your dynamic with the person. What else for Libra? This feels like, it feels like you weren't very much valued. This could very well be, this feels like a romantic reading. This could be your work. You know what I mean? Like that you were let go unceremoniously, and then they might be calling you back, and you're just like, you broke my heart. I gave you 10 years and you just cut me off through a Zoom meeting. You know, you just fired me through a Zoom meeting. Okay. And I get that that has to happen. I get that we're living in weird times. But this feels this feels romantic. What else for lost love, surrender, healing, and release. Baby steps. This is hard to walk away from, and you know it, because it's definitely a process. It's not something you could just cut off and be victorious, right? And this is just one of those things. You're learning a lot. There's a lot of reflection going on. You're learning a lot, but it is a process. It's admirable that like you're thinking of ways to insulate yourself and stay away and not respond or not have to be hooked back in, because it seems like it's a lot more, and with no disrespect to cross watchers or your person, but it seems like this is pretty for real for you, but for them it was much more of a dramatic exit or kind of a flare for, you know, this, oh my gosh, than anything. It feels like it's going to return. Which is why I think it's a really good idea to insulate yourself and have help and surround yourself with, you know, friends or just, I mean, now let's be honest, we're in the middle of a pandemic, but certain areas are starting to like there's been a lifting. So this, I don't know, I just feel like that you're not done. You're intent on walking away. And I feel like you might feel compelled to answer the call when they start, you know, answer the call the while, to participate when they start reaching out or doing whatever again, and you don't. But I think there's that really hard place that you come to when it's like, okay, keep moving forward, or this dynamic that was really familiar and there's parts of this person that you really liked, or you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, you're just stuck in that spot where you're just like, oh, I've come so far, but it still feels like I've only just left. And yet the way it, you know, after I hear their voice, I go right back into how I used to be, and it's been 6 months, but all of a sudden I'm the same person I was 6 months ago. I haven't made any progress. Yes, you have, because biology. Because it takes your body about 3 seconds neurologically and physiologically to go back into the same behavior patterns, same speaking patterns, same physical stance, posture, everything as you used to be when you were with somebody that you bonded with, either trauma bonded or otherwise. You have a physiological response to react or to behave in a certain way of that which you once came with them, or like how you used to be with them. So it's, you know, it's science. It's not all your fault. There's a physiological reaction. You know, the stronger the bond, the stronger the reaction to feel compelled to engage. So baby steps, keep going. I got nothing about work. I got nothing about work or money. Either it's not an issue or you don't care about it. Like everything, that's not a concern. This was pretty much about romance and you just trying to keep putting one foot in front of the other and look to a brighter future for yourself. But I have nothing about a new romance, and I got nothing about your job right now. What else for Libra? Whoopsie. Okay, so, all right. So we got strength, and I'm leaving it like that. I'm not turning it clockwise. I think it's pretty telling when it's on its side like that lately. And we've got 7 of Pentacles reversed. So, this is... that blessed limbo. You come so far, but you feel like, oh God, what am I doing? Is it worth it? Should I keep going? Yes, keep going. You're in limbo. The new normal hasn't kicked in yet. You're still thinking about that. You're still dealing with some feelings. There's a good chance, knowing the dynamic you two had, that this person's going to initiate sometime soon. And then it's going to be like, should I? And that's where you need to have your wits about you and make a decision, because you're going to feel compelled emotionally and physiologically to return. It's going to come down to willpower. It's going to come down to, do I want to have the pain of discipline or the pain of regret? That's what it's going to come down to. You left for a reason. It ended for a reason. You're staying away for a reason. You're trying to move forward for a reason. It means you should keep going. you're moving in the right direction, and you need to keep moving in the right direction, because there's a reason why you left. Pain of discipline or pain of regret? Which one do you want to have? I hate to be brass tacks and be like, oh, this reading is crap, but it's just, this is someone who's just kind of looking at what happened like, okay, well, you know what I mean? I can't, honestly, I can't get a lock on anything with work or money. I don't know if that's just not an issue and you're solely focused on this, but for the Libras that I'm reading for, this is you just one foot in front of the other and trying to restore balance and heal and just kind of deal with things day to day. It does get better. You know that. It does get better. Okay. All right, Libra. Much love and support to you. I'm sorry about this. I wish I could at least seen something about work or, you know, something else, but it just feels like you're trying to just steadily keep your focus and move forward. And I know you know it takes time, but I feel like you're kind of beating yourself up, and you shouldn't. It's not your fault, because science, especially the stronger the bond, the stronger the compulsion to return to that state that you were once with them when, physiologically, emotionally, everything. It's really hard to see yourself different when they're so familiar, you know? All right. Love and support to you. I hope to see you in the next reading. You keep your head up. Thank you for your service if you're an essential worker or first responder, okay? All right. You be nice to yourself. No more beating up on yourself. You be nice to yourself. Okay. All right. You take care.